Welcome to the Board Game Network. We're going to be explaining how to play this game called the Rose King, designed by Dirk Hen. And it's a two-player game, plays in about 30 minutes for 10 years and up. It's a very simple game, very quick-paced. Here's the setup. You put the crown in the center. You put the crown on the board towards one of the players. So one player's playing the red and one player's playing the white rose. Each player gets 4 power cards of their color. Hero cards. You are correct. Hero cards. You have a bunch of tokens out here, and red's on one side, white's on the other side. And you shuffle these cards, pass out 5 to each player. And they have on the cards, they have a number and a sword direction. When you play these face up, and you play them the crown towards the crown. So the people, whoever's on this side will have the crown up, and whoever's on that side will have the crown towards them. So it'll kind of be upside down for the other player. But that orients the sword, and this shows the movement. So this means that the crown can go 3 spaces that direction, or 2 spaces this direction. When you're playing one of your cards, you have to play the entire space. So if this has a 3 forward, I have to go 3 spaces. I can't go 2, I can't go 1, and the space I land on has to be empty. It cannot be occupied, and the only exception to that is if you use one of your hero cards. And you cannot go off the board with your card. So you have to stay on the board. And so that allows you to move, and then when you move a piece, you mark that you took that territory with your color, whatever color you are, either the red or the white. So your goal is to acquire territory here on the board, and you want the biggest territories possible. You don't want just a bunch of random pieces. You want to accumulate pieces all together, because the scoring benefits those who have a big group of tokens together. So you can have, you either will do one of these 3 things. You'll either play a power card, so when you play it, you just discard it and you move the crown, whatever the distance is in the direction, and you mark it with your flower, and then it's the next player's turn. So that's one option. The second option is to draw a power card. And you can only have 5 power cards in your hand. So if you draw a card, and then it's the next player's turn. So that's one of your options. And then the third option is to play a hero card in conjunction with a power card. Now the hero cards, you've only got 4 of them. They're one-time use cards. And there's nothing special about them. They're all identical, and they're identical between both players. And what they allow you to do is they allow you to flip one of the tokens from your opponent's color to your color. And so you don't want to play those very much, but you want to take advantage of them and go ahead and use them through the game, but be careful on using them. And so let's just start here. And let's put that back over there. I took this, I moved over here, I put white out, and then Abigail would take a turn and just go ahead and do that. So that moves 1 space in that direction, and I might move 2 spaces in this direction. And so remember, that's one of your options there. Go ahead and take a turn. And then she plays another one. And then I'm going to draw a card, because that's one of my options. So playing a card, drawing a card, or playing a card in conjunction with your hero card and discarding it allows you to flip a token over. And the game keeps going back and forth like this until, oh, So she's just playing a hero card now to flip this token over. This would be probably pretty early in the game to be doing that, but just to show you how that works. So the game goes back and forth like this until one of two things happens. Either the last token gets played on the board and the game's over, or both players get locked up and they both have 5 cards in their hand. They have no more hero cards left, and they can't, neither player can play. And once that happens, then scoring happens because neither person can play.
And also, if one player can't play, then the same person keeps playing until the other person has a chance to play, or has something that is.
So if you've got 5 cards in your hand and you can't play, but the other player still can, he gets to keep playing until you can play, or until you both get locked up. And if you ever run out of your, when you run out of your power cards, you just reshuffle the discard and draw again, and you will yeah, you will run out several times in your game. This they really should put more power cards in here, about 4 times the size of this, so you're not shuffling near as much. And so that's the game. And the way the scoring works is when you have groups of tokens out here, you square the number of tokens that are adjacent to each other, and adjacent is only orthogonal, not diagonal. So if I have a group of white like that, this one is by itself. This one is not connected to those because it's diagonal. So I would count this up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and 6 squared is 36, plus 1 is 37. So that would be 37 points, and you would score up the red, and they're going to be intertwined. And one of the suggestions they make in the rule book is to make it easier on scoring is if you remove tokens of like size. So if I had a 1 out here and Abigail had a 1 out here, when we were getting ready to score, we'd pull this one off and pull that one off, and then you don't have to add them. If you had, you know, a group of 3s and she had a group of 3s, you both pull those off, and then you don't have to add them. And on the rule sheet, it does have a squaring cheat sheet. That's it. So that you can tell that 19 squared is 361 without getting your calculator out. So then you just total up at the end of the game all of your groups and the opponent's groups, and then you see who's the winner. And that's how you play this game called the Rose King. Very, very simple. And make sure you tune into all of our videos here at the Board Game Network to explain how to play these games. And like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel.